Welcome to Aruba!
Welcome! So we are in Aruba, and this vacation is going to be special because we're going to be learning 3 special skills, and let's try to do them as professionally as possible. We're going to learn snorkeling, astrophotography, and surfing. Aruba has been our bucket list destination for a long time, but I have to be honest, we didn't know much about the island when we planned to come here. I bet most of the people who come here are influenced by this Beach Boys song from the 80s, Kokomo, which starts with Aruba, Jamaica. Many people don't know much more about that island, but turns out it's an amazing island with so much to see. It's completely safe, it has great infrastructure and great people. This is Eagle Beach, which is one of the most beautiful beaches on this island. And on the background you can see fofoti trees, which seem to grow in the opposite direction from all of the other trees.
So, few facts about Aruba. So the local language here is called Papiamento, although the official language is Dutch. But English and Spanish language are also widely spoken.
And the island is located in the South Caribbean. It's very near Venezuela. Venezuela is actually seen from some coasts here. It's a very small island. It is a Dutch island. So if you come here, it's a strange thing that you see mainly US people here because there are many US tourists, but it's actually basically a European island. The street signs are European, and the rules and regulations are European. So actually Aruba is part of the Kingdom of Netherlands, but they have their own government here locally.
We highly recommend to rent a car when you come here. So because like the island is so small that you can drive here everywhere.
And it is also a very safe island. When traveling around this island, we never felt any danger in any way. We have left our stuff unattended and so on. Yeah, it's a very, very nice island to travel in.
Yes, and also in Aruba, the average temperature here is 86 degrees of Fahrenheit.
And it's outside the hurricane belt, so there are no hurricanes here either. And as you can see, white sands. So overall, it's a pretty perfect paradise island.
Perfect. And as you can see, white sand, turquoise color water. So, perfect place to come.
So let's check out the first new skill we learn, which is snorkeling. There is no shortage of snorkeling tour companies on the island. We had a nice catamaran, and all of the food and all of the drinks were for free there. And we visited 3 places, so check them out in the comments. But the highlight was that we saw a sea turtle and we saw a World War II shipwreck.
Hendrik, are you ready? Oscar, ready?
Yeah.
Ready, let's go to snorkel.
Não é, Bruno. Isso. De frente não tem problema. Vem, Rui.
So Oscar, what are your learnings from diving?
When you want to snorkel and dive, don't wear a life vest.
Yeah, they made us wear a life vest like this one. But if it's out of air, then it's okay you can dive with it. But my learnings were that take the air tube out of your mouth. I've always kept it in my mouth for some reason. And then also the fins make it so much easier to dive. Then you do this duck dive, go under, and then push yourself with legs deeper.
And the reason you don't leave the snorkel in your mouth, when you come up, the snorkel has water in it. You want to breathe in? Well, the ocean water, fresh water, whatever, comes in your lungs, and then what do you do?
Yeah. Diving was also possible in the Bushiribana hidden pool caves, where huge rocks protect the pools from the ocean waves, and kids took just tens of plunges into the water. So we just came back from snorkeling.
Yeah, that was epic trip. I loved it so much.
We saw a turtle.
We saw a turtle, we saw tons of colorful fish. We saw the bird bar. What was it?
World War II ship.
Shipwreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. For me, it was fantastic snorkeling trip. I loved it so much.
Yeah, and snorkeling, if done the right way, works. Like you put on the fins, and you dive correctly. You push yourself down. You equalize. Then it's much more fun. After diving, we headed out to the Arikok National Park, and 20% of the island has been designated to this national park. And by the way, many people think you can only visit it with a 4x4, but no, actually you can get into most places with an ordinary car, just like this amazing Quadirikiri cave. Cave, and it's amazing what you can see when you come here with your own car and you have your own time, not just to cruise. After a long day, we had dinner and went to sleep because we had a very special plan with Oscar. Yeah, so it's very early, it's 4 a.m. and one thing I've always wanted to do is learn how to shoot these incredible stars, videos and pictures of the Milky Way galaxy and so on. And the best place to do that is on an island because there's less light pollution. So it's 4 a.m. We're gonna go out with Oscar. Poor Oscar is trying to wake up here. And we're gonna see if we can do some astrophotography. Now, the moon for that should be as young as possible, and today is actually near a full moon, so it's not great.
but we waited long enough, so the moon should be low. There should be a moonset coming soon. So maybe that'll save us a bit.
It's just about an hour to drive from one side of the island to the other, so we took the night drive with Oscar. What doesn't stop to amaze me with Aruba is that it's like little Europe. So we are in the Caribbean, near Venezuela basically. And the street signs are European, so probably US people have no idea what this street sign means. So we are here on a remote beach, and we're gonna try astrophotography. So the moon is still up, and there's quite a lot of light pollution, but we'll see how it goes. So a quick tutorial on how to do it, even though you can probably look it up better in other specialized videos. But ideally, you should have a camera with manual settings. Even though you can even do it on a phone app with manual settings, you should set the aperture as wide as possible and the shutter speed to several seconds, like 8 seconds to 20 seconds. And ISO pretty high, meaning 3000 to 6000. And yeah, let's see what comes out.
I'm gonna shoot a arrow, and that part of the mountain should light up.
Okay, so this is a little bit better. Let's do a bunch of pictures on this and see if we can fix it in post-processing. Today at night we went and drove quite a long way and went to do astrophotography. How was that?
Good. I liked it. What's cool is with the camera you don't see that good with the Milky Way, but when you really get it in the computer and then you edit it, then it comes way better.
Yeah. That's my first learning, that you can't actually see the Milky Way with your eyes. You have to have an app, and the links are here in the comments, where you can see where the Milky Way is, at what time, where is the moon. So we chose a time where the moon was already on the other side and the Milky Way was as unaffected as possible by the light from the moon. Before learning a new skill, we rented a 4x4 and went discovering trails that were only accessible by an off-roader. We then went to see the Hooiberg Mountain, which actually means stack of hay in Dutch, and it's a lonely mountain in the middle of the island, and there's 600 steps to get to the top. There was actually a gold rush on the island in the 19th century, and the largest still remaining landmark of this is Bushiribana gold mine ruins. trying out something that you should definitely try in Aruba, which is anything related to wind. So on the back here, you can see people sailing and surfing and paragliding and doing all sorts of possible wind activities. So let's see today if we can start windsurfing knowing nothing before that. Oscar, what do you think? Is it doable?
Yeah.
Is it going to be hard?
Yeah.
What's the hardest part about it?
When hard winds. If it's too hard winds, it might get you out of control, and you have to save it pretty hard.
Yeah, we have to be careful.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I have never been surfed, but I'm looking forward, and I think it would be awesome. And Hendrik, what do you think? Do you like windsurfing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Awesome.
So it turns out Hendrik is too small to do windsurfing, so they're going to do paddleboarding with Greta. And me and Oscar are going to go and do windsurfing, and I'm going to do kite surfing later. And full disclosure, I have done kite surfing before, but it was 15 years ago, and this is strong wind. The trick with windsurfing is that always be mindful of where the wind is blowing from. So adjust the sail a little bit and adjust the board a little bit until you feel comfortable enough to move forward. Compared to kite surfing, windsurfing is much more easier because you can let the sail go downwind, so it will drift like a flag and won't push you forward. And with that, you can learn bit by bit. Okay, good luck to me. This is crazy. Yeah, I can hold, yeah. But just check the...
I have no clue how that works.
Okay.
But I know how the kite flies.
Okay, here I go. It was scary in the beginning because the wind always seems to be high for the huge kite that you have. But turns out that kiting is just like riding a bicycle. You don't really forget it. I quickly remember the feeling which I hadn't felt for years. It's a feeling of being one with nature. You have to respect the wind, but you also have to tame it. And then you have the blue ocean under you and the blue sky over you and a feeling of just freedom in your heart. I don't know if this was my decaying abilities or the wind was a little bit too low, but I ended up a mile from where I started from. They were supposed to get me with a boat, but I don't know where they are. So I'm doing the walk of shame back to home. Okay, so now finally the boat is coming to rescue me. I couldn't get back, and I thought if I will stop near the shore. I couldn't get back.
You were still on the line, so as I say, if you go a little bit more,
Wait, where is boom is there.
So keep in mind, I do have to take it off. So all you have to do is pull the sail.
was picked up with a boat, and that was fun. I could ride pretty well still, but I couldn't get up the wind really well. So it's good that there's a boat. The wind is really good here, but it's a bit choppy today. It's coming and going. So after 15 years, you kind of lose the ability to push yourself up the wind all the time. But luckily we're here on the shore now. So I couldn't get up the wind a lot, and so at the end of the day I kited and then just dropped the kite because it was hard to get back on the beach. But it was fun while it lasted, and after 15 years, I mean, it's okay.
So I'm gonna be riding a jet ski for the first time, and this has been my dream, and I'm just excited.
How are you feeling? Are you excited?
No.
Like Oscar said, riding a jet ski has been his dream. We went out one by one with the kids and they loved it.
Awesome.
Oh my god, I feel such a tourist. I went to the shop and there are different aloe vera products there, and I was so hungry I was looking for something edible, and there were sugar cubes, and I bought those and put it in my mouth. It was so can't get rid of that taste.
Take a candy.
Yeah, thank you. When visiting Aruba, you have to visit the local aloe vera farm. It's a national treasure, and at some point, most of the aloe vera in the world came from here. So Aruba is known for aloe vera. It was brought in 1890, and it turned the economy of the island around. You can make drinks out of it. You can put it on your skin. It cures sunburn. You can make laxative out of it, which I think most of the world laxative was actually made of this aloe vera. So it's now our last day in Aruba, and we were successful in learning 3 new skills. Oscar, what was the first skill?
Surfing.
Yes, so we learned windsurfing, and basically the trick to windsurfing is that if you know where the wind is coming from, then always keep the angle of the wind in mind and move the sail and the board accordingly. It's a matter of practice. Was it harder or easier than you expected, Oscar?
Harder.
Yeah, it's quite hard to get to do that successfully in one try. But you did a really good job. You actually surfed in the first day, and of course I took off then on a kiteboard, and I hadn't kited in 15 years. Couldn't move back upwind, and a boat rescued me at the end of the day. So that was fun.
Yeah, and me and Hendrik, we did our first paddleboarding, which was also very fun. So unfortunately, Hendrik was too small to do windsurfing. So instead of windsurfing, we tried paddleboarding, which was also very fun for us.
And so, what was the next skill we learned?
Astrophotography.
Astrophotography, yes. So the biggest interesting thing was that you can't actually see the Milky Way with your naked eye, but the camera can see it. And if you adjust the settings right, you need to have a manual setting camera, then it can pretty much be taken with any camera, including a smartphone. There are videos teaching people to do astrophotography with the smartphone. And what was the third skill?
Snorkeling.
Yes, snorkeling. So what were the biggest things you learned with snorkeling?
Depth dive, equalizing, and
I learned pushing yourself down with your feet. So if you have fins, and and I learned that you should actually take the
snorkel out.
Yeah, the snorkel out of your mouth, and then it's much easier to push yourself, keep your feet straight, and push yourself down with your feet. I've never actually done it systematically like that, and it becomes much easier if you follow these simple rules.
Yeah, I mean, I would say overall Aruba is a fantastic place to come. You have so many different options here what to do. Me personally, I love snorkeling. Also, I saw sea turtle. I saw so many colorful fish. And also really cool thing what we did was the four-wheeler, driving with four-wheeler. That was really cool. And this is something really awesome about Aruba, that you can have like really nice beach vacation, but also you can have really like extreme vacation also. So if you mix these two together, I feel it is a wonderful vacation.
Yeah. So if you want to follow us along on our next adventure, then please like and subscribe, and see you next week.
Thank you. Bye.
A lot of places that didn't make it onto this video. For instance, near the cave, we discovered a stream of water where small fish were swimming and biting your feet. And we visited perhaps 5 beautiful beaches. So this island has a lot more to offer than what you saw here. Aruba exceeded our expectations, and if you're considering a destination in the Caribbean, Aruba should definitely be one of your top picks. Vacations can be so much more interesting if you learn a new skill, so definitely give it a go and learn something new in your vacation. And let us know, what skill would you like us to learn in our next travels in the comments.